Welcome back to 843 TV. We are delighted to welcome Charlie Clark, a familiar face to many of you. She is the Vice President of Communications for the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Now, I have to say, the Chamber of Commerce has to be delighted about the opening of the new Old Town Bluffton Inn.
Look at this place.
No, it's gorgeous.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
You know, this is something that's been needed for so long. And Bluffton's hot right now. You know, Bluffton is a hot little destination, and when you see that coverage, which is what we do, is garner coverage in coastal living or garden and gun. And that's sort of our role, is to bring attention.
Garden and Gun, love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you never read it? It's a great
it's
magazine.
fantastic. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a hot little publication too. But it's just perfect for this area. It's perfect. It's exactly what's been needed, and it's so nice that people can now sort of experience the charm of Bluffton and have a place to stay that really reflects that charm too.
And Chelsea's going to share, you're going to share in our next segment more about the inn itself. But Charlie, a lot of people still don't think Hilton Head Island-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, but you've been here a long time in the fabric. Tell us a little bit about that.
We have. You know, it's so funny. We've had a physical presence. We've had an office in Bluffton for over 20 years. And as we always like to say, you know, business doesn't stop at the bridge.
Right.
You know, we see it as a collective. We see it as a regional approach versus an us and them approach. We love the fact that Bluffton is growing so quickly, such a compliment to Hilton Head. People who come to Hilton Head Island on vacation get to discover Bluffton. But when you look at the day-to-day, you know, the business-to-business, the small business opportunities that are here, we've been part of that for a long time as well. As a matter of fact, if you look around Bluffton, you're going to see a really big impact too with our leadership program. I don't know if people are aware that the shrimp boat in DuBose Park was a leadership project from the Hilton Head Bluffton Leadership.
The lovely playground there.
Right, the playground there, the train over at the new playground, the new sensory playground that's going in. That's also part of Hilton Head Bluffton, our leadership program that has been going on for, gosh, over 30 years, that program. And so that's coming around as well. We have orientation, so anyone in Bluffton and Hilton Head who would like to get involved with the leadership program, there's a coffee going on April 4th here in Bluffton at our Bluffton office, which is just right around the corner in Old Town, as well as on the island on April 11th, if they want to know more about leadership and how to get involved in that program.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's nice to see the projects.
Do you get to spend your time kind of split between both areas too?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, we're always here. You know, it's like I said, we're all shopping, eating, dining, moving, working, doing all that throughout this region, over the bridge, and in both communities.
Even as a local, I have to say this whole development in Bluffton has kind of made us be tourists again.
Oh.
My husband and I will come on an afternoon and we'll just walk and see all the new things,
And
enjoy this.
I was just thinking, you know, when we have company, it used to be, let's plan out all that vacation time on Hilton Head. We now always take a day. We come for the farmer's market. You know, we have lunch at the dispensary, we have dinner at the farm. You know, we love to walk around, go down by the water, go visit the church. This has become such a great historical place to walk through.
It has.
I mean, how has sort of that Bluffton tourism been impacted?
Well, it's a huge impact. It's a huge impact on our area. When visitors come here, they're coming to the south. You know, and Hilton Head is a resort community, and they're both such different communities. It's so nice to, we have so much interest. People coming here are going to the farmer's market. As a matter of fact, they did a survey at one point of folks who were at the farmer's market a few years ago and talking about how many of those are coming from Hilton Head as visitors and discovering Bluffton. And that's one of the great ways that Bluffton gets discovered. So yeah, there's such an interest in the real South, in a real southern small town. And Bluffton, even with all its growth and its demographics, it's still it's a small southern town. I grew up in the South. This is a small southern town, and it is. People are really charmed by that. It's maintained the charm. We all love the Bluffton state of mind, and I love the fact that it's so come into its own. Like, for example, like we talked about from a culinary perspective. You know, last year, Brandon Carter with Farm went with us to the James Beard House.
So
he was a chef in the James Beard House with Hilton Head chefs. We partnered everybody together, and they were invited to do that. And for a chef, that's equivalent to, you know, like a musician at Carnegie Hall is a chef at the James Beard House. So, you know, Bluffton, little old Bluffton, and there's so many great things happening here that are now, they've been under the radar for a while, and they are definitely getting on the map.
Absolutely.
You know, people instantly think, oh, you know, Hilton had tourism, but they may not often think Bluffton is, you know, as impactful with their tourism. What do you see the landscape for tourism in Bluffton, and you know, what's in front of us?
Well, we see the interest. You know, Bluffton has, and we work hard to generate that interest too. You know, we're the ones who are picking up the phone or shooting the email to an editor at Southern Living or Garden and Guns, and you might want to know about this new restaurant, or you might want to know about this new inn that we're sitting at right now. I can't wait to
That's a definite
to
feature
get
for
going
Southern
on this.
Living.
Yeah. So it's just making editors aware of what's happening, and influencers. You know, social media today has become such an important part of the media landscape, and an important part of having people discover where we're at right now.
Talk about it.
Yeah, they call them influencers for a reason, because people want to eat where they eat, wear what they wear, stay where they stay. So it's been really fun to be able to promote Bluffton in that way, even with its, you know, last year with the Bachelorette. There's so many opportunities, and people are discovering Bluffton, and they just fall in love with this place. Every time I bring a journalist, an influencer, a TV crew, they absolutely fall in love with this place. So it's fun that we have this new inn to offer as an amenity and part of the Bluffton landscape.
Cool. So Charlie, briefly touch on what's coming up for the Chamber.
Oh my gosh, there's always something going on, isn't it? It's just a little dizzying sometimes, but it's kind of cool because those are opportunities. We know that not everybody participates in every opportunity. Everybody is a member for a different reason. But like, for example, right now our leadership class is up in Columbia meeting with the governor today. So that's giving Bluffton residents and others an opportunity to kind of chat one-on-one with their governor and elected officials. We have a conversation on cocktails coming up this Thursday on the island. We have some in the know, some new business workshops and classes coming up. So the best place to check it all out is the website, which is hiltonheadblufftonchamber.org.
Perfect.
It's got a
Which is a
listing
great
of
resource
everything.
for all of our visitors that come here at the
Absolutely.
end. It's
Yeah.
amazing. We always send them over to the site.
There's always something going on.
Well, we are going to come right back, so you all stay right here, and we're going to have more from Charlie and Chelsea here from the Old Town Bluffton Inn.